Yep, I want to see it. I wish there was a chandelier emoji. Hold on. I don't know. I think the Phantom's kind of a creeper because no one, and I mean no one, can do what Guillermo does. Hello, darlings, and welcome to CareOffBook. It's me, Care Darling, and today we're talking about Phantom, but it's not the Phantom you know. As far as updates on this channel, I am trying to follow a schedule for myself, and one of the things is that every Sunday I'm going to be talking about a pro shot, a movie musical, and so if you are subscribed to me, go ahead and vote on what musical we should be talking about next. The goal for you darlings, I have for you, is that you get to choose 2 musicals a month that we discuss on Sundays. All right, so let's get into Phantom. You know how every few years a rumor starts flying around Hollywood that the Phantom of the Opera might rise again? Well, this time it's different because if you tell me Guillermo del Toro, the man behind the Crimson Pink, wants to make his own version of Phantom, I'm buying my opera glasses right now. So today we're diving into everything we know so far about Guillermo's mysterious new take on Phantom of the Opera, why people are so excited about it, and yes, the buzz around Rachel Zegler potentially stepping into Christine Daae's spotlight. Let's start with the man himself. Guillermo del Toro isn't your average director. He's a storyteller obsessed with beauty, monsters, and the space between. His worlds are dark and drenched in emotion, but they're also full of compassion. He gave us Pan's Labyrinth, which turned fairy tales into political resistance. He gave us The Shape of Water, where a woman literally falls in love with a creature and somehow makes it the most romantic thing you've ever seen. And recently, he reimagined Pinocchio as a stop-motion musical steeped in grief, loss, and love. Oh, and his Frankenstein adaptation, it's currently on Netflix, and already people are saying it's heartbreakingly beautiful. So when people heard Guillermo was interested in directing The Phantom of the Opera, film and musical fans collectively said yes! Yes! Because no one, and I mean no one, can do what Guillermo does, which is blend horror, heart, and humanity into one film. Guillermo recently said in an interview that he has a couple ideas for Phantom, and that if he did it, he'd do it differently. Now, coming from him, that's exciting because Phantom is a tragic story. Even beyond that, it's obsession, it's art, and madness wrapped in a mask. And Guillermo del Toro doesn't just make movies, he builds entire worlds. And honestly, that makes me so excited as a musical theater fan. Now, to be fair, I have a feeling that if he creates this film, it's not going to be a musical. It's not going to be that all of these people burst out into a song. It will probably just be the opera singers are singing opera and that's it. So in short, it is a film with music, but not necessarily a musical. Also, something that I think is interesting is that if you go back to the roots of the story, like the original 1910 novel by Gaston Leroux, Phantom of the Opera was a Gothic horror story. It was dark, unsettling, and full of tension. It wasn't until Andrew Lloyd Webber's musical that the Phantom became this tragic, romantic figure, the tortured genius who just wants to be loved. So now with the potential of Guillermo stepping in, we could actually see those 2 worlds collide. The horror of the original and the romance of the musical as a huge inspiration. Now keep in mind, the original Phantom, he does not get a musical finale. He actually goes out in silence. And Del Toro loves tragic, poetic endings, so I wouldn't expect a big romantic reunion. I would expect tears, shadows, and maybe a little redemption before the last candle goes out.
I think the movies that I like the most that I've done all have in common one thing. They have incredibly strong endings.
And that's what he does best. He makes monsters feel human and humans feel monstrous. So instead of a monster or a lover, we can actually see both of it happen at once. I don't know. I find that exciting because I feel that could be the challenge where it's where do we find the balance? Now, as of right now, the project hasn't been officially greenlit. Guillermo has expressed strong interest, and industry chatter says he's developing a new adaptation, potentially through Netflix, after finishing Frankenstein. It's wild to me because the movie isn't even official, and we already have someone that's throwing their hat in the ring. Rachel Zegler, our modern Eva Perón from Evita, has made it very clear she wants to play Christine Daae, like dream role level clear. She tweeted about it, she's joked about it, she's even said in interviews that Christine is the role she's dying to play. And honestly, I'm not mad at this. Like, I really like this. I think that she absolutely should get a chance to go in and audition for this movie. That's not happening, but it should be happening. And now I'm all for it, but is there someone else in mind that you're like, I think this would be a really good Christine Daae? I think she might be a good fit because, yes, of her singing voice, she's youthful, and she could portray Christine with new depth. Like, she's not just the girl with the voice, she's someone who feels things deeply, and that vulnerability could balance Guillermo's darker tone beautifully. And you know me, darlings, like, I can't help but think about Christine's side of the story. Like, when I went and saw Phantom, I think it was at the West End, and I just felt a sense like, I don't know, like, that I have questions for Christine. I'd love to see a Christine who isn't just the innocent muse, but a woman caught between admiration and fear, between her career and her heart. I think Guillermo would give her agency, and that's something I'd love to see. And when thinking of the musical, because listen, I'm gonna say it, I was absolutely confused with the relationship between the Phantom and Christine, because even Christine was like, oh my gosh, it's my angel of music. And you know what? I think it's my dad. And then it's like, oh, it's Eric.
Hi.
Okay.
And so I found myself kind of looking at Christine like, are you okay? Like, what's going on with you? And so I never understood the connection between the Phantom and her and stuff. So I feel that maybe with this movie, if it's happening, like, it could portray that much better.
Pretty please.
Oh my gosh, you guys, who would you like to see play the Phantom? I'm gonna go, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but keep in mind, I don't think that this film is going to be a musical in the sense that the Phantom will burst out singing or whatever. He's just a, musically talented figure. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna sound crazy.
Say it right now. I will say it with you.
Okay.
Now, before I say it, I just want to say that I think that this film, if it's even happening, is not going to be a musical, right? So it's just going to be a film with music in it. And thinking of the character Phantom, it's not that he is such a great talent, he's just a great teacher. That's how I'm thinking of it, okay? Okay? So with that said, I kind of want Adam Driver. I know, I feel like that's wild. I kind of want Adam Driver. I think him compared to Rachel would be really interesting. One, yes, he is older, but I feel like that makes sense with I don't know. I think the Phantom's kind of a creeper is what I'll say. So I think that makes sense for this guy and how Christine sees him, like, is this my father? Because there's a maturity to him and she's really young. So I think she's really petite and tiny and he's really tall. And I would love to see that sort of like stark difference between them. Also, Adam Driver is such a, like, I think he's a fantastic actor.
Exactly.
And I think that if he does sing, have I heard him sing before?
Somebody sit in my chair and ruin my sleep and make me aware of being alive, being alive.
I don't even know, but if he does sing little things, like, I don't think he's gonna, hold on, I just realized something, because he puts himself in the show. Yep, I want to see it. I want to see Adam Driver do it. That's my vote. I'm excited because Guillermo del Toro and Phantom, it just makes sense. He spent his career telling stories about misunderstood outsiders. The Phantom is the ultimate misunderstood artist. And if anyone can make us fall in love with him again, not just fear him, it's Guillermo.
I think that is a beautiful reflection that goes counter to the romantic idea that in a Beauty and the Beast story, the beast needs to transform into a beautiful being to be accepted. I don't like that. I don't think love should demand transformation. It should demand acceptance.
Add Rachel Zegler to that mix, and you've got a modern emotional retelling that could actually bridge Broadway and Hollywood in a meaningful way. Also, random fun fact, The 1925 silent Phantom of the Opera with Lon Chaney was so scary that the audiences reportedly fainted during the unmasking scene. So if Guillermo's version makes us scream and sob, maybe that's just the full circle moment we've been waiting for. So what do you think, darlings? As far as like, is this the kind of movie you would want to go see? What do you think about the potential cast list? Or do you think someone else deserves to be behind the mask or behind the mic and stuff? You know I love to hear your thoughts. And listen, if you're still hanging out with me by the end of this episode, go ahead and put, I wish there was a chandelier emoji. I know there's not, but go ahead and put a red rose emoji in the comment section so I know you've been hanging out with me. Now, if you love talking about musicals and performances, you've come to the right place. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you are a subscriber, don't forget to go and check out what movies did I put up, because every Sunday we're going to talk about either a movie, musical, or pro shot. On Sunday. So if you are subscribed, you get to go ahead and vote. Yeah. Anyways, darlings, thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you in the next episode. Take care, darling.